So this week in PR, we discussed rethinking activism. Now, on this topic, I definitely rethink it. My opinions and views from the beginning of the class up until now have completely changed. So when I first thought of activism, I thought of intense protests that had people with signs with a couple of words written on it, and they were just yelling out their message. I'd never seen one in real life. I'd just seen how the media had, I guess, portrayed it to me. So after a bit of discussion in class and a bit more research, activism actually branches out to far more than just a couple of intense protests. For example, I personally think that not-for-profits would be classed as some sorts of activists, because what they're doing is an activist and a not-for-profit both want change. So the second part I thought about is activists are almost quite similar to PR practitioners in the way that we're both trying to communicate a key message to our publics. The difference I would probably say is PR practitioners kind of tailor the message to suit which publics they're trying to address. There's always a broad message for both, but PR practitioners do kind of word it differently depending on who you're talking to. If it's for a government, if it's like a social media post, if it's a media release, you are going to change the wording. Whereas an activist just trying to push this one key message because you are targeting everyone. So it might not work for everyone, but it is going to work for some people. But I guess from a PR point of view, a nice way of doing that would be having different approaches. So sometimes doing like rallies and protests, sometimes having little education booths at fetes and fairs to talk to consumers, those consumers that don't want that loud approach, that want that one-on-one approach. So I think that would be a really good thing as an activist to take on board for the future to communicate with their publics.